Get yourself into a nice, comfortable position and begin the process of breathing. Breathe into that scattered feeling of being overwhelmed. Breathe into that floating all over feeling. And breathe into that can't settle down feeling. And notice the relief and the release that occurs as you switch the mind off from being out there and just allow the mind to rest without having to investigate anything, just to notice the activity that is going on within the body right now. As we stop avoiding those feelings in the body and breathe into them, a peace and relief can quickly engulf our entire being as we allow ourselves to be here and now. And there is a wonderful freedom that occurs when we allow ourselves to be here and now in the only time that makes any difference, the present moment. Notice the sensations. Experience the sensations as they come to you. Take the breath into the sensations and become the sensations. And keep breathing. With each breath you and your cells take, you are discovering each other, negotiating, learning, communicating, and getting to know each other. Something greater is trying to emerge, and this is how it happens for you. Releasing and letting go is a feature of awareness that allows us to stand back and just observe. This can give you the larger perspective and take the breath to a larger movement that goes on inside of you. You are tuning into the body and the consciousness and really moving along. And you can witness everything with a kindness and a curiosity that fills you with hope and allows peace to rest in your heart. And we can allow the emotional charges from earlier in the day, or perhaps a week ago, or a year, or long into your past, to release and set some distance between you and those emotions swirling around, and allow those emotions to discharge and escape. Once observed, able to be released and blessed as they leave. And these feelings perhaps show up as an experience in the body. And we can feel, where is this energy in the body? Is there tightness in the jaw, tension in the shoulders, aches in the organs? And whatever the sensation is, allow the experience to be there. Become that sensation and take a breath into it. And with the breath, it can slowly but surely unwind, uncoil, and disperse out into a million different pieces away from your being, blessed as it leaves. You are noticing and sensing exactly what comes to you, the feeling in the body or how you perceive it. You breathe into it. You become it. You are going beyond the thoughts into the underlying experience of energy in the thoughts as it lives in our body. Diving in through the place beyond the mind. There are energy sources, different ones at different times, that go back and perceive what was happening, even in utero. And we have a story that goes with our life, and we can see the defense mechanisms that became strategies to survive in the past. Each of us can see and experience these patterns. They are like stars in the body. We can see where the energy is lit up in certain scenarios, and then we can observe and shift this energy, allow that energy to dissipate and be expelled from the body in a natural, healing way, so that we can leave behind the old judgments and old patterns from the past that no longer serve us. It is safe to feel that energy, and once observed, we can let it go. Let the judgments that you have held on to from the past follow their own undisturbed evolution as they leave the body. We can breathe into the pains that we feel in the body and let them go. We can breathe into the frustrations that we know all too well in our lives, and make a pledge in this moment to not allow any of those frustrations to hold us back in the future, once we truly let them go and recognize that these frustrations and pains are not who we truly are. These frustrations may have been understandings from our ancestors or parents or peers that have somehow found their way into our minds. The things we are often complaining about sometimes have nothing to do with who we truly are. but are more like residual patterns passed down and collected. And it is a good idea when those feelings come up to practice the idea of letting them go, allowing those ideas and feelings to separate from you. And notice what happens when, after being observed, those patterns from the past, pains, aches or frustrations, how it feels when you can see the distance growing between you yourself as a real person and those feelings and sensations of frustration and pain moving just a little bit away from you, separating to give yourself enough distance to recognize that they are not you. They have been patterns of behavior, patterns of expectation, and mimicked patterns from other people. The same way you can take a possession from your life and put it down on the ground away from you. The same way you can take a piece of clothing and undress yourself and put that clothing in the wastebasket. Put those shoes in the recycle bin. That jewelry into the receptacle. This is a way of getting distance between you as a real person and those things, symbolized as clothes, jewelry, and possessions. And as we see these pains, frustrations, and thought patterns from the past as these objects, practice feeling and visualizing the separation. See those things placed on the ground or in the trash, and watch them go as they are taken away or detached from your being. And then comes the question inside our minds of who we want to be once these old pains, patterns, and mimics from the past are gone. Who are we without all the baggage that we no longer need to hold on to? As we breathe further and further into ourselves, we build ourselves anew once again. From the vibrant, powerful core inside of our heart, where we can slowly but surely uncover, peel back the layers and discover more about our true feelings, our true desires that have been with us for a very long time. We can tune into the cells and begin to pay attention to them once the layers have been peeled back. What are the real feelings and hopes of the cells? What really helps them feel excited? And distinguish what feels right. Now that the habitual patterns that were destructive from the past have been moved away, we may be able to question our beliefs and rest comfortably on our true ideas and hopes from the deep inner peace that resides within us, allowing ourselves to let go of the need to conform, the need to follow perfectionist ideas, and become more fluid and creative in the moment. We may discover more feelings and pains that need to be healed, and we can experience that now. The wonderful relief of healing. Values that we need to reconnect to. We can feel that process with joy in our heart. Rediscovering our strengths and discover what is truly healing as you take the breath into the cells. And you may find some startlingly familiar ideas as you find yourself traveling into the cells. Distinguish between mind and body and bring breath to the body's sensations as you go through this helpful process. Allowing your body, mind, and spirit to dance. Not take steps, but truly dance as it uncovers and flows through the energy. And by dancing, we are much more sure-footed at allowing ourselves to flow our energy forward in a much more productive way, connecting more deeply and finding our dreams gravitating towards us all the more quickly. This is where the spirit can soar, and the mind can start to more confidently ponder those wonderful ideas for our life. Setting ourselves higher and higher into possibilities we previously dare not consider. But as we integrate and flow, and re-enliven the body in all corners, we feel an energy stream like no other flowing through us and pushing us up to our dreams in a beautifully serene and comfortable way, extending out further and further upward